I didn't know they had them. What the hell is that? And they just came zoomed down on us, try to blow up the bridge.
And was there any sense or feeling that that was some secret weapon?
Yes, just like the V-bombs.
Was there any feeling at that point in time that you recall that it would have a significant impact on the war? I mean, was there any feeling like, well, if they have these and they use these, it might turn the tide?
No, not at that point. Not at that point. We had done too much, and had won too much real estate. So we knew that the Germans were not going to last very long.
And then by this time, because in France you had mentioned that you're starting to encounter more boys and older men, what was your assessment, especially after all these years, of the German army by the time you get to Remagen? Would you say that they were pretty much at the end of the line as far as the quality of their troops?
There's no question about it. They had, reached the end. I mean, when you're taking young kids and old men, then there's nothing much left. And we knew that eventually and very soon the war had to be over.
And once you finally crossed the Rhine, the bridgehead was extended. I mean, did you get a sense that the Germans were through, that they started surrendering in larger numbers?
Very much so. And I'm talking in tens of thousands of them.
And did you have any encounters where maybe you were a patrol and you came across a large contingent of Germans that just wanted to surrender?
Yes, indeed. Very much so.
And how was that handled?
Well, they wanted to surrender, and that was fine with us, and we just marched them back so that to the rear echelon troops, and interrogate them, then send them into PW camps.
And I've heard also that once the Rhine was crossed and the American forces were in Germany, that a lot of times ultimatums were given to burgermeisters in a town, for instance, that they would send for the burgermeister to come out and give an ultimatum: either you surrender your town or we're just going to flatten it because we want to minimize our casualties.
That was Hank's job, because he spoke such perfect German. And that was that was over and above the major who was in charge of our group. And Hank would do it because he spoke such good German, and just told them, either you surrender or we will eliminate you. We had many of them to just put out the bed sheet